This morning, a major police response shuts down part of I-39 overnight. What we're learning about the investigation.
And it is election day. Ahead, how some key races continue to heat up as we hit the final stretch.
And from DeForest to Janesville, new data center plans of community members talking. The latest on the proposals. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Tuesday. I'm Kyrie Lee.
And I'm Chris Stanford. We are covering some breaking news this morning. As former Vice President of the United States, Dick Cheney, has passed away, according to a statement issued from his family overnight.
The 46th Vice President served alongside former President George W. Bush and was a key advocate for the war in Iraq. Before becoming Vice President, Cheney represented Wyoming in the House and served as George H.W. Bush's Defense Secretary.
Cheney does have ties to UW-Madison, where in 1966 through 68, he attended the university as a doctoral student in political science. He attended for 2 years before leaving for a congressional fellowship in D.C., but did not complete his degree. Cheney's wife, Lynn, also a UW-Madison alum. She was a graduate. She attended classes as a graduate student from 1966 to 68 and earned her Ph.D. in English. Again, Dick Cheney, former Vice President of the United States, dead at the age of 84. Expect more coverage on CBS Mornings starting at 7 a.m.
Well, let's switch gears here now and check in with meteorologist Blaze Keller, who's in this morning, getting you ready to head out the door.
Yes, and it is a bit of a chillier start this morning with temperatures into the 20s, 30s, some of us still lingering in the 40s. But by later this afternoon, we'll all be in those upper 50s to low 60s. The kids may need a light jacket heading off to school. You may want to take one as you're heading off to work as well. Winds, though, out of the south throughout the day are going to keep us on the warmer side. So temperatures, again, lingering in those 40s through at least 8, 9 o'clock. By 10, if not maybe 9, if we can really get a lot of sunshine going here, we're into those low 50s. Starting around noon through at least the late afternoon, we're in those upper 50s to low 60s. And then we'll eventually settle back into those 50s as we begin to round out the rest of Tuesday. We are going to first warn you about a wintry mix that may be arriving as we head into the weekend, the cool down it brings with it, and what the possibility of snow is looking like coming up in just a few minutes.
Blaze, thank you. We begin with some developing news this morning. A police chase ended with one person in custody after shutting down southbound lanes of I-39-90 near Milton overnight.
Dispatchers say the incident started when Monona police spotted a driver in a stolen car who refused to stop and led them on a chase through Dane County and into Rock County. Dispatchers say multiple agencies joined the pursuit, including the State Patrol, the Dane County Sheriff's Office, and McFarland Police. Our cameraman at the scene reporting seeing about 20 squads with officers out of their vehicles and guns drawn. According to WISC-TV, the interstate was shut down for about an hour overnight. WISC-TV also says Monona Police is in charge of the investigation. We had reached out to Monona Police, and they say this is an active investigation.
We are working to get more information on this incident. For updates as soon as they happen, download the Channel 3000 News app. You'll get breaking news alerts sent straight to your phone. It's free in your app store. Just search Channel 3000.
The man arrested in a deadly crash involving a dump truck in Green Lake will be in court today. Justin Paulson is charged with homicide by negligent operation of a motor vehicle and knowingly operating while revoked, causing death. Police say a loaded dump truck crashed into a pickup truck. The driver of that truck died at the scene. A helicopter rushed Paulson to the hospital for injuries. He will be in court today at 1:30 this afternoon. Now to national headlines. Today is election day across many states, and a lot of races are heating up this morning.
Although Wisconsin does not have an election today, the races in play could still determine next year's critical midterms. The biggest race this morning, the New York City mayoral race. The race is set between Democratic Assembly member Zohran Mamdani, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who is running as an independent, and Republican Curtis Sliwa. Across the Hudson River, the race for New Jersey governor is also set to be decided today. The race is between Democratic Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill and Republican former state legislator Jack Ciattarelli. And also, the Virginia governor's office is up for grabs as Democrat Abigail Spanberger faces off against Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears. And a spotlight is on the New York City mayoral race. President Trump took to social media urging New Yorkers to vote for Cuomo. On Truth Social, Trump wrote that Cuomo is capable of it, while saying Mamdani is not.
New Jersey governor's race also heating up. Late Show host Stephen Colbert endorsing Democrat Mikey Sherrill on social media. Colbert called her a neighbor and a friend. It comes as Sherrill's opponent, Republican Jaap Ciattarelli, has been endorsed by President Trump.
Now to California, voters face a single question on the ballot: whether to approve Proposition 50. If passed, Proposition 50 would implement a new congressional map approved by the state legislature in August, effective for the next 3 election cycles. So after the 2030 U.S. Census, the state's independent redistricting commission will resume drawing the maps. This measure could influence control of the U.S. House in the 2026 midterm elections. Governor Gavin Newsom championed the new map following President Trump's call for Republican-led states to redraw maps favoring the GOP. Turning now to the government shutdown, nearly 42 million Americans could soon see their SNAP benefits partially restored.
The USDA is being forced to use its contingency fund to help cover half of people's benefits. The Trump administration wasn't going to fund the program at all during the shutdown. But then 2 judges issued rulings requiring the government to keep the nation's largest food aid program running. To do so, the USDA will have to use $4.7 billion. But it is unclear when the funds will be dispersed, with the USDA warning already that there could be delays.
Officials at home are working to help those in need right now. Dane County Executive Melissa Agard is asking for your support in the emergency food drive. People can bring donations to any Dane County government building, food bank, or the Badger Prairie Needs Network food pantry. The president of that organization says they saw more people last week compared to the same time last year, and they expect demand to grow even more. Meanwhile, at the state capitol, lawmakers say they have no plans to fund food share.
Well, the state government doesn't have the resources to fill in the holes that the federal government is leaving.
We'll measure up again, but it won't be easy. It will require more volunteers who are already overtaxed. It will require us to potentially expand hours, provide additional services. We're looking into options. But the reality is it will stress us.
The items needed most include canned tuna, salmon, or chicken, as well as canned beans, fruit, sugar, and flour.
Organizations including the First Congregational United Church of Christ in Madison are also trying to make sure that those in need get a holiday dinner this Thanksgiving. 750 meals will be provided, and each will include turkey and all the fixings. You'll be able to pick up the meals at the church on Thanksgiving Day. It's the 27th of November between noon and 3 p.m. Volunteers will also deliver to Madison, Middleton, Monona, and Fitchburg. Here's the phone number to call if you need help: 608-233-9751, or you can visit congmadison.org to place your order. Sign-ups end on the 20th.
In an update now to a proposed data center in DeForest. The DeForest administrator says the village has received official notice of a petition to annex more than 1,000 acres of land in Vienna for a data center.
So the petition will circulate for 10 to 20 days before it goes to the village, who will then review it. The village says it'll set up a website as well to share some information about the project. We'll continue to monitor this developing proposal and share updates on channel3000.com.
This comes ahead of a community meeting tonight that will be held about a proposed data center at the former GM site in Janesville. Between 5:30 and 7, the public can attend a conversation at the Woodman Sports and Convention Center to share their feedback. Both data center proposals have faced pushback from their communities. The Environmental and Energy Study Institute reports data centers produce millions of tons of carbon emissions and can consume up to 5 million gallons of water daily.
6:08 now to a startling reminder to make sure that you are not sleepy when you are behind the wheel. Take a look at this video here. It's from the Columbia County Sheriff's Office. It's from Halloween morning. A drowsy driver swerving off of I-90-94 after he tried driving through the night from Michigan to Minnesota on only an hour of sleep. You can see the driver ends up in the grassy median. Luckily, the driver did not face any injuries. The Sheriff's Office says, remember, arriving late is better than not arriving at all.
Camp Randall is getting ready to rock, and you can join in on the fun this Friday. That's when tickets for AC/DC go on sale. July 19th, 2026, Stop is part of the band's Power Up Tour, known for their many classics. Back in Black and Thunderstruck, AC/DC has sold more than 200 million albums worldwide since their first performance in December 1973.
Very nice to see that Madison is being treated like a major city, getting a major act like this.
I think that it's definitely really interesting to see into such a big space on campus to have because it's huge there.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Yeah.
AC/DC joins Coldplay and Morgan Wallen in performing at the home of the Wisconsin Badgers.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be front and center.
No, not quite. Not my. I never got into that. But
Yeah,
you said you're contemplating.
I might. I don't know.
Okay.
They got some bangers.
Bangers.
They do. AC/DC's got some bangers. I'm curious to see how ticket sales do. I think they'll do pretty well. I think they'll fill up. I think they can fill up the stadium with an act like that.
Yes.
Widely popular to bring in people from all over the region, I think. Camp Randall, I think showed off really well last summer with Coldplay and Morgan Wallen, and AC/DC, another big name that should sell some tickets.
All right. Those concerts are back and better. Blaze says he'll be there. No, no, he didn't.
No, you know what? I think I missed the ACD heyday by a couple of years, to say the least. But to everybody going, I am happy for you. It is mostly cloudy out in Verona. This is one of several mesonet sites, so little weather stations plotted across not only southern Wisconsin, but the whole state, provided to us by the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Updated every 5 minutes. It's 28 in Verona underneath mostly cloudy conditions. Winds are calming out of the southwest. We are waking up to temperatures now in those 20s and 30s. We were previously in more 40s, but we've said goodbye to a lot of those 20s already at the top of the 6 o'clock hour. We are set to climb into the 60s by later this afternoon, and the warmth sticks around throughout the rest of the week. But coming up in the full forecast, we're tracking out the return of cooler temperatures and a wintry mix.
Sounds good, Blaze. Still ahead, Josh Sprider live out at Stella's Bakery this morning. Oh, hot spicy cheese bread. Bacon for us. Oh, we'll check in with Josh, and he'll show us around their new location coming up. All right, 6:14, we are back, seeing what's going on in the 608 this morning, and we got a real treat for you, folks. A brand new home for a very popular bakery in town, Stella's Hot and Spicy Cheese Bread.
And Josh Sprider joins us live from their bakery in Madison this morning with an inside look. Hey, Josh, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning to you. We are back where the magic happens in the kitchen here at Stella's Bakery this morning. Just check out this bread. I can feel the heat. They are making it hot and fresh for you. Of course, as you mentioned, they're known for their hot and spicy cheese bread that everyone here in Madison has grown to love. And joining us this morning is Jenny Petrello, the owner. Jenny, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Congratulations on your new space.
Thank you for coming. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
So you had your first opening weekend, and how did it go?
It was great. It was great. The community showed up. Our customer base showed up. It was a big welcome surprise to see the number of people that showed up here today on Saturday, and then on Sunday too. We had never been open on Sunday before, and so many people came. It was great.
Oh, I love that. So you guys have your official ribbon cutting ceremony at 10 o'clock this morning, so you're moving right ahead.
Yeah. We're going to be doing that. Never done anything like that before, so we'll see how that goes, but it's exciting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us about this location, because you have a lot of space to work with here.
Yeah, so it's about 3,000 square feet, I want to say, 3,500 square feet. So we made a cafe, and then we got our bakery here that you're showcasing, and we're preparing all of our pastries and empanadas and breads for the day. And we've got our ovens going. They're cooking away. You can see them spinning away in the new oven that we got here, and it was a nice fun project that my husband and I put together, worked together on this, and it's nice to see it all come to fruition and see it in process.
Absolutely. And obviously as a bakery, you guys are here dark and early, kind of like us on the morning show, because you got to be ready for opening.
Yep, that's right. Some people start at 2 a.m., some people start at 4 a.m., and we got to wake up early to make everything fresh for the day, for people to enjoy it. And
What was the whole reason behind wanting to be here on Regent Street in Madison?
So we've been tucked away. We've had a little small storefront for a number of years. I want to say maybe about 15 years out on Sain Road, and oftentimes our customers don't know that we had a store, and we get often questioned like, oh, where's your store? Or do you have one? Oh, I didn't know you had one. So my husband and I wanted to come more central to downtown area, and this came about. The building was for sale, and I thought, oh, Regent Street's such a great community with the Green Bush and the students and campus, and it was just a great area, and the people here have just been so welcoming towards us. All the different businesses on Regent Street sending us their welcome, and all the people here that live in Greenbush. And it was fun to see some people come Saturday and Sunday.
I love that.
So that was great too, yeah.
Well, Jenny, congratulations again. Thank you so much for having us out, and I can't wait for the community to check this out. It's going to be great.
Thank you so much.
If you'd like to learn more about Stella's Bakery, again, right here on Regent Street, just go to the story up on channel3000.com. Our friends at Madison Magazine also had a feature on them before opening, and I have that linked on this web story as well, guys.
Oh, you see them pull out those pastries.
Making me hungry.
Oh, it looks so good. All right, Josh, we'll talk to you here in just a little bit. In the meantime, if you have an idea for Josh for In the 608, reach out and let him know about it.
All right, checking in with Blaze. 3 things you need to know.
You need to know it's going to be sunny and warm today. Thursday night, a little bit of some rain, and then the weekend is looking not only cooler, but we could be dodging a rain-snow mix. So we're looking at some sunshine today, a mix of mostly sunny to partly sunny conditions, a bit breezy at times, but the real winds kick in on Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine expected on Wednesday, but winds are going to be on the northwest, so maybe slightly cooler than where we are today by a few degrees. Clouds move in as we go into Thursday. Rain holds off, though, until overnight as a weak cold front moves on through. That's going to bring us a scattered shower and a chance as we head overnight into Friday. But the real cool down and the wintry mix doesn't arrive until Saturday. So that's going to be our next chance after Thursday night for any sort of rain or any sort of precipitation. But it is looking to be on the lighter side, at least for now. So here's a look at what may play out as we go into Saturday. There's the green rain, the pink mix, and the blue snow as this little system kind of scoots through portions of central Illinois. If this were to trend a little bit further north, we might get more of that snow. If it were to trend really far north, we might be too warm and we could only just see rain. If it trends too far south, we'll likely be on the cooler side, but we probably won't see any precipitation. So between now and then, stay with News 3 Now. We'll keep you updated. Until then, other than Thursday night, we are sitting underneath very warm temperatures, very pleasant conditions, a little bit more cloud cover Thursday, but breezy all throughout this week. The Badgers game on Saturday, if we do see that snow, you're definitely going to want to take that winter jacket with you. Cooler Sunday and Monday of next week, but we're back into the 40s as we head into the middle of our following work week. So enjoy the warmth while it's here. If you're not a fan of those 30s, set to arrive later this weekend.
All right, Blaze, thank you. Still ahead, Wendy's has a new Frosty, and Kraft Mac and Cheese is giving fans something to talk about at the dinner table this year. We'll tell you about the newest flavor.
And coming up in our next half hour, a Crandon family suing a major automaker after a crash in one of its cars killed 5 people. Ahead, what the lawsuit is claiming and what they're hoping it will achieve.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's trending this morning. So Kraft now has apple pie flavored mac and cheese. Cut right to the chase this morning.
Why?
I don't know who asked for it, but they have it for you. Me. Yes. So the creamy comfort of Kraft meets the sweet cinnamon and tart apple taste of an American classic. So to launch the limited edition flavor, Kraft teamed up with American Pie's Jason Biggs, of course, bringing humor, nostalgia, and a slice of surprise to the table. So it's available on Walmart.com right now for $1.48, but only while supplies last. Are you in or out?
Who buys this stuff?
You gonna bring it to your Thanksgiving?
I have a credit card and I will not be putting that charge on. You could not pay me enough.
Yeah.
I just don't know who buys that stuff. Like, does anybody seriously buy that? Be like, oh, this sounds pretty good. I want to buy some of that.
But see, Nestle said that they're trying to go for the weird flavors.
That's true.
So the new weird
Mission
flavors
accomplished.
are in. So Kraft is accomplishing that weird flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, also this holiday season, Wendy's is introducing the new Snickerdoodle Cookie Frosty Fusion.
Now I can get behind this.
Okay.
This makes sense.
Okay, I know. I feel like it could be good in this.
I love a Snickerdoodle.
It's a cozy cinnamony flavor mixed into a classic vanilla or chocolate frosty and topped with the cookie crumbles, of course. And so Wendy's says every spoonful tastes like holiday nostalgia with no wrapping required. And of course, this is also available for a limited time only. So you guys in with this one, out with the mac and cheese.
I'm more in with this than the mac and cheese,
And
that's
mac
for
and
sure.
I just had a slice of an apple and I thought, could I eat this in like a macaroni cheese type setting? And I thought, no.
Absolutely not.
So I don't get it. But if you want to try it today, it's going to be sunny out there. Temperatures are going to be in the 60s, tracking a wintry mix in the full forecast.
Developing this morning, a multi-county police chase that ends with one person in custody. What we know so far.
And key elections happening today nationwide, how they'll impact the midterms.
Plus, getting into the holiday spirit when you can expect to see the Olin Park lights return. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning on a Tuesday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Lee.
And we do want to start with some breaking news this morning. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has passed away.
Yes, the family confirming that this morning. The 46th vice president served alongside former President George W. Bush and was a key advocate in the war in Iraq. Before becoming vice president, Cheney represented Wyoming in the House and served as George H.W. Bush's defense secretary.
Cheney has ties to UW-Madison, where he attended as a doctoral student in political science from 1966 to 1968. He left for Washington during that time and did not complete his degree. His wife, Liz Cheney, is a graduate of UW-Madison who graduated in 1968 with her PhD graduated in 1970 with her PhD in English. Dick Cheney, former vice president of the United States, dead this morning at the age of 84. Expect more coverage coming up in half an hour on CBS Mornings.
Let's check in now with meteorologist Blaise Keller, who's preparing you to head out the door this morning. Things a little chilly to start, but not for long.
A little bit, yeah. You know, it's 35 right now in Madison. We're taking a live look at our Edgewater Skycam. Winds are calm. Sun is beginning to rise on this Tuesday, and we'll head on over to Greene County in Blanchardville, where it's 38, so a little bit warmer. Winds are out of the south at about 5 miles an hour. This is one of our many southern Wisconsin mesonet sites. They look exactly like this, set up all across the state by the University of Wisconsin-Madison, giving us updates every 5 minutes. So this is a really good tool for us to really see what the weather is like on that county level. But what about temperatures across the rest of southern Wisconsin? We took a look at Blanchardville. Madison, we just said, was 35. It's 41 in the Dells, 29 in Watoma, 32 in Boscobel, as well as in Janesville and Watertown. We're looking at 37 waking up in Platteville this morning. Into Dane County, right around 33 or so degrees is kind of where we're all hovering, give or take a few degrees there underneath some cloud cover on this Tuesday. We eventually say goodbye to the clouds. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures rebounding into those upper 50s to low 60s by later this afternoon. We are tracking some rain as we head into Thursday night, and in the full forecast, we're going to time out that wintry mix set to arrive this weekend. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Back to our developing news this morning. A police chase ends with one person in custody after shutting down southbound lanes of I-3990 overnight in Milton.
Dispatchers say the incident started when Monona police spotted a stolen vehicle that refused to stop, leading to a chase through Dane and Rock counties. Dispatch says multiple agencies joined the pursuit, including State Patrol, the Dane County Sheriff's Office, and McFarland Police. Our cameraman at the scene reported seeing about 20 squads with officers out of their vehicles and guns drawn. According to WISC-TV, the interstate was shut down just before midnight and was fully reopened around 1:15 this morning. WISC-TV also says Monona Police is the department in charge of this investigation. We have reached out to them, and they say they are in the active stages. You can get the latest updates on this story sent straight to your phone with the Channel 3000 News app. With the app, you'll receive breaking news push alerts as soon as they happen. It's free to download. Just search Channel 3000 in your phone's app store. Well, if you're seeing election posts today, remember Wisconsin doesn't hold elections this fall.
But there are a lot of voters across the country headed to the polls today, including in New Jersey, New York City, and California. These races are being viewed as a litmus test for next year's midterms. In New York City, a three-way mayoral race centers on cost of living and public safety. Democratic Assemblymember Zohran Mamdani faces independent candidate and former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo and Republican Curtis Sliwa. Last night, President Trump weighed in, saying that a vote for Democrats is a death wish, except in this mayoral race where he is endorsing Cuomo, who is running as an independent, who had been a Democrat in other roles.
And in New Jersey, Democratic Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill faces Republican former state legislator Jack Ciattarelli in a tight governor's race. And in Virginia, Democrat Abigail Spanberger faces Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears.
And in California, Prop 50 is on the ballot. Governor Gavin Newsom leading the campaign here in response to Texas redistricting, which was at the president's request. The measure could influence control of the U.S. House in the 2026 midterm elections.
Back here in Wisconsin, the next scheduled elections will be next year. The spring primary is set for February 17th. The spring election follows on April 7th. The partisan primary takes place August 11th with the general election on November 3rd. So for all upcoming election dates and deadlines, you can visit the Wisconsin Elections Commission website.
Turning now to the government shutdown, the deadlock is now tied for the longest in U.S. history, but a breakthrough may be near.
A bipartisan group of 4 lawmakers has proposed extending Affordable Care Act subsidies for 2 years with new eligibility caps. Now, it's unclear if leadership in either party has signed off on the proposal. However, this comes as Senate Majority Leader John Thune says he is optimistic that the shutdown would end this week.
We're keeping an eye on the markets this morning. Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ futures all down this morning. Dow futures are down about 300 points. S&P futures down about 1%. NASDAQ futures are down about 1.3%. We're going to keep an eye on things and let you know how they progress throughout the morning. And in more local news this morning, the family of Jeff and Michelle Bauer, who tragically died in a fiery Tesla crash, is now suing the automaker. November 1st last year, the 2016 Model S crashed into a tree and caught fire, killing everyone inside. The lawsuit claims Tesla's door design trapped the couple inside the burning car. The family is seeking to hold Tesla accountable for allegedly designing vehicles that make survivable crashes fatal. We have contacted Tesla for comment, but have not yet received a response.
The Dane County Board is considering a hiring freeze on 20 sheriff deputies to save $2.3 million. That money would be redirected to the Health and Human Services Department. The sheriff says that pausing hiring could delay or halt the new county jail scheduled to open in 2027. But one county board supervisor says the freeze is already a compromise. Last night, community members demonstrated outside City Hall in support of newly proposed amendments.
Namely, there is an amendment that will provide something around $2 million to legal camping in the city area, and that would be very, very, very important for the people who are still unhoused or just don't fit the traditional housing molds.
The board will meet for budget deliberations at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Well, tonight, people who live in Middleton have the opportunity to share feedback on the city's proposed budget. The plan covers funding for essential services like public safety and parks. There's also $4.5 million earmarked for streets and utilities. And there's a new $52 annual recycling fee that's being proposed. You can review the full budget online and then share your feedback tonight. That hearing starts at 7 o'clock at Middleton City Hall.
Heads up if you're driving on John Nolan Drive tonight. Starting at 7, left turns from John Nolan Drive onto Broome Street will be prohibited. The closure will last until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Well, let's talk sports. Badger men's basketball is back. They opened up the season last night at the Kohl Center, taking on Campbell. The 24th ranked Badgers took care of business. John Blackwell leading all scorers with 31 points. He went 6 for 11 for three-pointers. Nolan Winter had 17 points, 12 rebounds. They got close in the second half, but Wisconsin cruises to their first win of the season. Final score 96-64. And what a finish for the Bucks last night. Milwaukee and Indianapolis. Indy got a comeback late in the game to tie things up at 1:15. Final seconds here, clock winding down. Giannis with the ball, turnaround jumper, and it's good. Time runs out. Big man finishes with 33 points, 13 rebounds, and the game winner. Bucks win 117 to 115. They're now 5-2 to start the season. Meantime, you can catch the Bucks and Lakers right here on WISC-TV on the 15th.
Well, in other news, the Packers confirmed what many fans have feared. Star tight end Tucker Kraft is out for the season. Kraft was having his best year with nearly 500 yards and 6 touchdowns before leaving Sunday's loss to the Panthers with a knee injury. And also this morning, the Green Bay Press-Gazette reports cornerback Nate Hobbs will miss the next few weeks with a sprained MCL in his left knee.
Yeah, the Goodman Community Center is asking for your help this morning, folks. They have their Thanksgiving basket drive going on right now. It comes after public registration reached capacity faster than ever.
The annual basket drive provides everything families need to make full Thanksgiving meals right at home. Starting November 15th, you can donate the food and money needed to fill 4,000 baskets. One way to help is to set up a food drive. The center has provided grocery lists, posters, and tips to make the drive successful. News 3 is a proud partner in the Thanksgiving Basket Drive. Financial donations can be made online at goodmancenter.org/donate. And the holiday season is just around the corner, and that means the return of the Olin Park lights. This is the 37th year they'll adorn the park for free. The 6 weeks of lights start on November 15th. They come on at dusk, and you'll be able to grab a candy cane from 4:30 to 10 p.m. every night. You can head to fantasyandlights.com to find out more. There will be additional updates on the event's Facebook page on how to get to the event amid John Nolan Drive closure.
Oh, one of my favorite holiday things going on in Madison, an annual tradition for us. You guys got a chance to go out for the first time last season.
Yes, our first winter in Wisconsin, so it was nice to be able to get out there. Like, this display is like so well put together, and you just, cruising through in the car.
I know.
And plenty to see.
I love it. It looks so much more festive when you got some snow on the ground for the lights.
So it's good without it.
Blaze Keller's in this morning. He's taking a look at your forecast. No snow out there this morning, Blaze.
That's right. Not this morning, but maybe waking up Sunday morning, we could be seeing some snowflakes fall. We'll talk about and track it all in the full forecast coming up later on. But for now, for folks not quite ready for the snow, it's a sunny start to your Tuesday, mid-30s in the Madison area. We're eventually going to climb into those upper 50s to low 60s underneath plenty of sunshine, especially across southwestern parts of Wisconsin. More partly sunny conditions further north and east. As I mentioned, we'll track out that wintry mix in the full forecast.
And still ahead, we'll be in the 608, showing you the new location for a popular bakery.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
644, we're back within the 608, showing you a brand new home for Stella's Hot and Spicy Cheese Bread.
Josh Ryder joins us live from their bakery in Madison this morning with an inside look. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you guys. We're seeing how the magic happens here at Stella's Bakery's brand new location on Regent Street. They just opened up on Saturday, but there's an official ribbon cutting ceremony later this morning. And joining us now is Jenny Petrello, the owner. Jenny, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So you are working in progress, or you're working on some morning buns. I'll let you continue prepping here because this is obviously it's a system, right? You have all of your staff back here getting ready for opening this morning.
That's right. Yep, we've been going at it since about 4 a.m. A lot of prep is in advance to let us sleep in a little bit longer. And here we are. We got all of our goodies out. They're going into the oven. Some things just came out of the oven. Here are some nice gooey, warm cinnamon sugar morning buns that we just did. And yeah, you've been with us to see what our process has been like for about an hour or so, seeing us going in and out and getting our stuff out.
And you have your system down. There are people kind of going all over the place back in here.
That's right. Yep. I couldn't do this alone. Our team, I can't say it enough. I got the best team ever. And they work so great and they work so hard. You can see some of them here. Jason, we got Lisa, they got Brittany. You got live here on TV. Say hello, say good morning.
Because you guys are getting ready to open here shortly.
That's right. We're going to be open at 7 a.m. We got the coffee brewing, and we should be getting some customers in here soon.
Oh my gosh. All right, take us out front because you've got quite a beautiful space here.
Oh, yes.
And that's really what this location was all about, is you're trying to make the most of it for your customers.
That's right. We got a little cafe here, and we got our nice little selection. I got also some little other farmers market items here. I thought that would be fun to incorporate the Dane County Farmers Market.
Absolutely.
'Cause that's who we are, and that's why we're here. For 37 years, we've been part of the Dane County Farmers Market, and it's made us where we are today. So I got to give them some tribute for that. And so this is our cafe. We got some coffees, the pastries. I got sandwiches. I got soups. And then over here we got a nice little quaint seating area for people to sit. It's been fun to see the students come and sit and study. It's like study hour.
Absolutely. And you've got this beautiful patio out here. Obviously, we're kind of at the tail end of patio season, but you really have a lot of area here.
Yes, that was part of the planning that we wanted as far as the location. We could have put the entire bakery here, but then we thought, wait a minute, it's tailgate. And we needed to bring people together and have a community space. And so that's what our goal was when we were designing this.
Awesome. Well, Jenny, congratulations to you again. This is such a beautiful space.
Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to learn more about Stella's Bakery location here on Regent Street, you can go to this story up on channel3000.com. Keeping it cheesy since 1988, guys. And now you can support them at a brand new location.
Just be sure to bring us some back. That's all I want.
There will be a lot of people disappointed here in the newsroom, Josh, if you come back empty-handed. That's all I'm saying. All right, congratulate him for us this morning, Josh. We love us some spicy Stellas. Thanks, buddy. All right, let's check in with Blaze, who's in this morning. He's got 3 things to note for you. Hey there, Blaze.
Yes, it is going to be warm today. Plenty of sunshine out there, not only Tuesday and Wednesday, but for most of Thursday morning. Thursday night, we do start to see some rain and cloud cover move back into the picture. That's all ahead of a cooler weekend with our first chance for maybe some widespread rain-snow mix. What's going on big picture-wise is a low-pressure system is moving through parts of the Dakotas and will scoot through Wisconsin overnight into Wednesday. Before it does, winds out of the southwest will keep us warm, maybe breezy. Upwards of 20-mile-per-hour gusts can't be ruled out. That moves on out as we go into Wednesday, making room for a high-pressure system. Plenty of sunshine, though, despite breezy northwesterly winds on Wednesday. Thursday, the clouds move back in. Winds turn back out of the south. They don't really warm us up a whole lot, but they do bring in just a little bit of moisture for maybe a few scattered showers here as we go Thursday night into Friday. This is all ahead of a big cool down this weekend, back into the 30s, 40s on Saturday, 30s Sunday and Monday. We're back into the 40s by Tuesday of that following work week. So with the cooler temperatures, we may be able to squeeze out a few snowflakes as we head Saturday night, primarily into Sunday. Before that, it might start off as a light rain snow mix and then turn over to snow. And again, folks, we are still many, many days out away from this weekend. We're just first warning you that this is a possibility of moving through parts of Wisconsin. And with that, I want to mention that our snowfall models, they're still up in the air, no pun intended. Earlier last night, they had us getting almost half a foot to a foot of snow. This morning, they cut that down to just about an inch. So between now and then, we're going to get a ton of different data. But between now and then, what we'll likely see is a more clear picture of where this is ultimately going to track. Probably through the Midwest. It'll change a little bit here and there. But I would say by about Thursday, if not Friday, we really should have a good idea of what this is going to look like for the weekend. I just want to show you what it looks like now, because come even later this afternoon, it's all going to look different. So just make sure that you're staying with us to get the most accurate, transparent forecast leading up to this wintry mix possibility this weekend. In the meantime, 50s and 60s throughout the work week. We're going to deal with some breezy conditions as well, and then that rain moves in Thursday night, wrapping up by Friday morning.
All right, so it's my time to shine between today and Friday.
Got a couple of
it sounds
days,
like.
yeah.
Yes, I'll hold on to it. Blaze, thank you. Coming up in the morning sprint, people names this year's sexiest man alive, where you may have seen him recently.
If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. We're back with the sprint next. .654, time for the morning sprint.
We continue to follow breaking news this morning. We are learning former Vice President of the United States, Dick Cheney, has died. His family confirming the news this morning. He was the 46th Vice President who served alongside Republican President George W. Bush for 2 terms between 2001 and 2009. Dick Cheney was 84.
One person's in custody following an overnight multi-county police chase. It began when Monona police got a call of a stolen vehicle that refused to stop. The chase ended on I-3990 near Milton, causing southbound lanes of the interstate to close. Officers were seen searching the car with a K-9 unit and guns drawn. We are working to learn more and will provide updates when we know more.
Tuesday is election day for millions of Americans. There are no races in Wisconsin, but both parties are watching the race for New York City's next mayor, along with races for governor in New Jersey and Virginia. Californians are voting on a plan to redraw its congressional map. The results of these races should give the parties an early sense of voters' moods heading into next year's midterm.
People magazine naming this year's sexiest man alive, Wicked star Jonathan Bailey. He's swooned audiences as Prince Fiero in Wicked and Anthony Bridgerton in Bridgerton. He also earned an Emmy nomination for his role in Showtime series Fellow Travelers. Most recently, he starred in Jurassic World Rebirth.
And it is looking to be a pretty warm Tuesday. Upper 50s to low 60s with mostly sunny to partly sunny conditions from southwest to northeast. Enjoy the warmth while it's here, which is pretty much all throughout the rest of the week because we're into the 30s by Sunday. And overnight Saturday into Sunday, we might see a light wintry mix.
All right, I am holding on to it all. Yes. Blaze, thank you.
CBS Mornings is coming up next.
Next newscast is at noon. Have a great day.